Good day everyone, I am Shainin Dolas from Group 3 Presenter and we are going to discuss our assigned topic. First is the Human Resource Training and Development. So first, let me introduce our learning objectives. At the end of this lesson, the student should be able to first, to understand the difference between training and development. Second is to identify how training and development program help organizations succeed. And last is to apply training development process for individuals' growth and organization success. So, training and development is a continuous process in an organization to achieve its organizational goals. So, training and development plays a crucial role, especially for the new employees. So, the HR are responsible for to train the employees doing their job. Or particular job. So the training and development functions in organization has gained a lot of importance due to advancement in technology and changes in market force. As we know nowadays, we are more on advanced technology, especially in the organization, the companies. So, muna siyang ginagamit mga advanced technology. So, the employee are able to train themselves to how to use technologies na ginagamit sa isa ka organization. So, when we say training, it's basically a systematic procedure for transferring technical know how the employee increase their knowledge and skills for doing particular jobs. So, like what I said earlier, training is more on action. So, employees are mo to siya dira nila i-boost or i-practice their ilang knowledge and skills sa position or particular jobs na naka-assign sa ilaha. So, it also process of teaching a new employees the basic skills and perform their jobs according to Gary Disler. So, mato siya kung ingon sa inyo ganina na. So, training is also help the new employees for the basic skills. So, Mato siya. So, development is efforts made to improve employees' ability to handle a variety of assignments. So, sa development, it focus pod siya sa ability how the employee anang mag-handle sa mga sa different assigns na jobs na gihatag sa ilaha, and it is a process of preparing employees for future positions, improve their personal skills, handle the critical situation in an organization. So it's also development na is na siya possibility na mag-improve ka for the future position na basin ma-promote ka as an employee. So it also gain advantage for you to gain a personal skills bisan na ka sa ka organization. So development is one of the good siya or maka-benefits ka as para sa imong self. So the difference between training and development has three factors, which is the focus, the time frame, and the effective measures. So first, in focus, training no is learn specific behaviors in actions. So like what I said earlier, training is more on actions, and as an employee dira pud ma-practice or ma-train ang imuhang behavior, especially naka sa isa ka organization. While ang development sa focus is understood information, concept, and context. So, understood information, which is kung nag-ano ka na you are fully developed as an employee in that organization na nakay anang initiative to think and develop judgment, so nakay decision making na maka-contribute sa organization. So ana, and sa time frame no is training is shorter term than to development, which is longer term, because training like what I said, ano lang siya kanang dili siya pangmatagalan, kay more on action siya. Kung ang isa ka employee is kanang fast learner, so para sa iya dali na lang ang pag-process sa iyahang kanang training siyang training. Sa development naman is longer term nga naman, kay sa development is magamit nimo siya in the future, like na-train ka and you are fully developed as an employee na mo to siya is kanang magpabilin siya sa imuha, and kanang development is pwede pa nimo siya ipa-develop pa jud as your personal skills. So, ano siya, sa effective measure naman, training is performance appraisal, cost-benefit analysis, passing test, or certification. So, in training, pag once you are kanang na-train ka no, and then you are success in that training, so dawat kag certification sa appraisal and benefits, diba? And then sa development, qualified people available where needed, promotion from within possible, HR-based competition advantage. So, sa development, dira na murag mugas ang kanang possibility if you are developed as an employee, mato siya promotion, ma-promote ka in other positions, and that is one of the advantage of development. And that is the difference between training and development. So there are 6 training processes. Now, first is the training needs analysis. The second is develop training objectives. 3, design and select training methods. 4 is implement training. 5 is evaluate training. And 6 is measure training results. So remember, training is not what is ultimately important. Performance is, according to Mark Rosenberg. So remember that, guys. So next, let's proceed to human resource policies, procedure, and rules. So at the end of this lesson, this another topic, the student should be able to understand the rule and importance of HR policies and procedures. Second is develop and implement effective HR policies that align with legal requirements and organizational goals. Third is apply HR policies and procedure to real-world situations. So now, what are policies and procedures? So, HR policies are official rules and guidelines that companies create to manage their employees. These rules cover various areas like hiring, how to dress, getting paid for working, extra hours, taking time off, being sick, how will you doing at work, and what happens if you need to leave your job. So on the other hand, HR procedures are detailed steps that explain exactly what needs to be done and to follow these rules. So as clearly, policies and procedures, ano siya tong mga murag ano na to sa mga organization, especially sa institution na apo na siya policies and procedures, mga rules na say pwede himuon sa employee, yung say bawal himuon sa mga employees. So next is purpose of HR policies. So the purpose of HR policies is the legal compliance, employee guidance, organizational consistency, and the cultural alignment. So I have here legal compliance. It stated that they help ensure the organization complies with local, state, and federal laws. So staying legal, how to treat employees. So in legal compliance na, that is part of the purpose of policies na nagabase yun sila sa law. So, it is martial legal. So, next is employee guidance. They provide clear guidelines for employee behavior and expectations. So, giving clear rules how they should act at work. So, one of the importance in organization is how you shape the behavior of your employees, because kana po siya maka-affect po na siya sa growth sa organization or sa success sa organization. Next is organizational consistency, which is they help in treating all employees fairly and equally. So being fair. So sa organization dapat walay mas labaw, wala pa mas nasa ubos. So dapat fair siya. So one of the policies na siya sa organization. And last is cultural alignment. They foster a positive workplace culture and align organizational practices with the company's values and mission. So they are building a good culture is create a positive work environment that matches the company's values and goals. So mo to siya dirito siya mahulog to inclusivity or the inclusion within the organization na regardless sa differences, the uniqueness or the diversity of the employees, mo to siya. they are part of the organization and contribute sila. So next is the key points of HR policies and procedures, code of conduct, recruitment policy, performance evaluation, and promotion policy, working hours and overtime policy, attendance and remote work policy, health and safety policy, benefits and compensation policy, and leave policies. So that key points are sabotable na siya because mao man pud ato ang makita sa usa ka organization, especially in the other institution na adjud siya yung mga policy and mga sa tawag ani mga benefits pod para sa mga employees dira siya mga kita. So, in conclusion, effective HR policies and procedures are crucial for the smooth operation of any organizations. They provide clarity, structure, and legal protection while promoting a positive and inclusive workplace culture like what I said earlier. So, some of the policies na akong mention na ito siya ang inclusion. So, by carefully developing and implementing those policies, organizations can set clear expectations, support their employees, and mitigate potential risks. So, if that policy is naga-work siya and then naga-contribute siya positively, so naadjud siya naadjud possibility na ang isa ka organization is ma-meet nila ang ilahang goals. So, that is all my presentation and I hope nasabtan ninyo. So, thank you.
So, good day everyone. My name is Queen Esther Pelaga and today I will be discussing about the formulating human resource policies and procedures and the need for human resource policy formulation. First, let's start with the formulating human resource policies and procedure. So, HR policies and procedures are essential tools that help organizations manage their workforce effectively. So they provide a framework for consistency, fairness, and compliance with legal requirements. So we have the steps in formulating HR policies and procedure. So first, we need to identify organizational needs, means to understand the organization goals, culture, and values, and to assess current HR practices and identify areas for improvement. Second, we need to conduct research to review relevant laws and regulations and also to benchmark against industry standards and best practices. Third, we have the involved stakeholders. So, means engage managers, employees, and HR professionals in the policy development process to gather feedback and suggestions. So, fourth, we need to draft policy and procedures. So clearly define the purpose and the scope of each policy. So outline specific procedures, roles, and responsibilities. And also to ensure language is clear and easily understood. So fifth, we have to review and revise to seek legal and professional review to ensure compliance and practicality, means necessary revisions based on feedback. So, sixth, we need to communicate and implement. So, communication policies to all employees through training sessions, manuals, and meeting. And to ensure the employees understand and acknowledge the policies. And seventh, we need to also monitor and update. So, regularly review policies to ensure they remain relevant and effective. And also to update policies and response to changes in laws, regulations, or organizational needs. So we have here the list of key areas or HR policies. So this list is covered in HR policies. So we have here the recruitment and selection, employee conduct and discipline, the compensation and benefits, the health and safety, the diversity and inclusion, performance management, employee development and training, and also the termination of exit. So, for example, a company decides to create a comprehensive HR policy to remote work. So, the steps include first, we have the assessment. to evaluate current remote work practices and employee feedback. So second, we have the research to investigate best practices and legal requirements for remote work. So third, we have the drafting. So develop a draft policy covering eligibility, expectations, communications, data security, and equipment use. Fourth, we have the review. Circulate the draft among management and legal advisors for feedback. And fifth, we have the approval to finalize the policy after incorporating feedback and obtain approval from top management. And sixth, we have the implementation, to communicate the new policy to all employees, provide necessary training, and update the employee handbook. So last, we have the evaluation. Periodically review and update the policy based on its effectiveness and changes in regulations or company needs. Let's proceed to the need for human resource policy formation. So HR policy formation is crucial for organization to ensure effective workforce management. Comprehensive HR policies provide a structured framework that promotes consistency, fairness, and legal compliance, ultimately supporting organizational goals and fostering a positive work environment. So, we have here the key reasons why human resource or HR policy formation is essential for organization. First, we have the legal compliance to ensure the organization adheres to labor laws and regulations, and also to minimize the risk of legal disputes and penalties. Second, we have the consistency and fairness, provides a consistent framework for decision making and behavior to ensure fair and equitable treatment of all employees. Third, we have the clarification of expectations, so clearly define roles, responsibilities, and acceptable behaviors to help employees understand what is expected of them. Fourth, we have the enhances organizational culture or reflects the organization values and cultures to promote a positive and cohesive work environment. So, fifth, we have the support strategic goals, aligns HR practices with the organization's strategic objectives to help attract, retain, and develop talent that contributes to organizational success. So, sixth, we have the improves efficiency. So, streamlines HR processes and procedures, reduce ambiguity and confusion, leading to more efficient operations. Seventh, we have the risk management to identifies and mitigates potential risk related to employee behavior and organizational practices. Also to protect the organization from potential liabilities. Eighth, we have the employee empowerment. So empowers employees by providing clear guidelines and support. So enhances employee morale and job satisfaction. Lastly, we have the facilitation of change. So provides a framework for managing organizational change to help employees navigate transitions smoothly. So for example, a rapidly growth tech startup realized that the need for formal HR policies after experiencing inconsistencies in employee management. So issues include varied approach to leave requests, differing disciplinary actions, and unclear performance evaluation criteria. So by forming standards HR policy, the company aims to, here are the list. First is to ensure consistency, means to provide a uniform approach to managing employees, reducing confusions and bias. So second, the legal compliance means to stay compliant with labor laws and regulations, avoiding legal issues. So third, the employee clarity. Employee clarity. So clearly communicate expectation, rights, and responsibilities to employees. Fourth, the efficiency, streamline HR process, saving time and resources. And also lastly, company culture. supportive, a positive and transparent company culture fostering trust and engagement.
Characteristic of good human resource policies. Corrective disciplinary action, its process and approaches. Characteristic of good human resource policies. Good human resource policies are essential for creating a positive work environment and ensuring the smooth functioning of an organization. Here are some key characteristics. Clarity and simplicity. Policies should be written in clear and simple language to avoid misunderstandings and ensure that all employees can easily understand them. Fairness and consistency. Policies must be applied consistently to all employees to ensure fairness and prevent discrimination. Comprehensive coverage. They should cover a wide range of issues including recruitment, training, performance management, compensation, benefits, and employee relations. Compliance with laws and regulations. Policies must comply with local, state, and federal laws to avoid legal issues and ensure ethical practices. Flexibility. While policies should be clear, they should also be flexible enough to adapt to changes in organization or the external environment. Employee involvement. Involving employees in the development of HR policies can improve their relevance and acceptance among the workforce. Regular updates. Policies should be reviewed and updated regularly to reflect changes in the law, industry standards, and the organization objectives. Accessibility. Policies should be easily accessible to all employees, whether through an employee handbook, intranet, or other means. Alignment with organizational goals. HR policies should support the overall goals and mission of the organization. Support for employee development. Policies should be encourage continuous learning, career development, and performance improvement. Health and safety. Ensure the well-being of employees by including guidelines for maintaining a safe and healthy work environment. Conflict resolution. Provide clear procedures for resolving workplace conflicts and grievance effectively and fairly. Diversity and inclusion. Promote a diverse and inclusive workplace, ensuring equal opportunities for all employees. Feedback mechanism. Include ways for employees to provide feedback on policies and suggest improvements. By incorporating these characteristics, HR policies can help build a supportive, efficient, and legally compliant work environment. Corrective disciplinary action, its process and approaches. Corrective disciplinary action is a structured process aimed at addressing and rectifying employee misconduct or performance issue with the goal of improvement rather than punishment. Processes. Policy communication. Clearly communicate disciplinary policies. Identify the issue. Document specific behavior or performance problems. Investigation. Conduct an unbiased investigation to gather facts. Documentation. Maintain detailed records of the issue and investigation. Meeting with employees. Discuss the problem and gather the employees' perspective. Develop an action plan. Create a plan with measurable goals and a timeline for improvement. Implement consequence. Apply appropriate disciplinary measure based on the issue's severity. Follow up. monitor progress, and provide feedback. Final review. Review progress and decide on further action if necessary. Approaches. Progressive discipline, gradually increasing severity of disciplinary actions. Positive discipline, emphasize positive reinforcement and support. Coaching and counseling, provides guidance and support through one-on-one sessions. Performance improvement plans, outline specific improvements and timelines. Immediate suspension, used for severe misconduct during investigation. Mediation, resolves conflicts through a neutral third party. Last chance agreement, a final warning before termination. Using these processes and approaches ensures fair, consistent, and effective handling of disciplinary action. Fostering employee improvement,